Hey,
Hey,
hello. Hey, Gabriot,
hello.
how's it going?
It's going
How
good.
you doing? I was really
How
saying
you
hi
doing?
to the audience, potentially people
Oh,
watching, but also hello to you as well.
it's a
Um,
double hello.
Double hello. How's it going? How you been? It's been a little while since we've recorded a Hellfire
Yeah,
Tactics video.
it has been a while.
Last time was under better circumstances, I think. I I
Right.
just I just thought it would be nice to record one last video for the game. If you viewing are not aware, J Waffle Games, right? That's the person who made it, right?
Yeah.
J Waffle Games announced like mid-January, I think, that the game would no longer be running and February 28th, aka well for us tomorrow, but for the day this video gets uploaded, probably today. High future us, by the way. Um, it's gonna be the last day the servers are running. You can even see it on the screen here. Last day,
Yeah.
February 28th here. Servers are going down. Maybe potentially. I know that in the announcement, Mr. Waffles did say that there was potential for someone maybe buying the IP from him. Although I wouldn't hold your breath on that. If anything, maybe if anyone was interested in the game, it would probably maybe just be for like literal art asset flips. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't hold your breath on it coming back, basically. And I don't know if you have any more insight than I do on that, Gabriot, but it's looking grim for Hellfire
Yeah.
Tactics.
I know at least the person that was interested never really seemed to follow through with purchasing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll never say never, but I wouldn't hold my breath.
I wouldn't either, but it was. I think you agree that the game was a lot of fun, and I
Yeah,
think it's only fair to hop in here for one more round,
absolutely.
before we bring it out back and put it down. So let's queue up here. I assume it'll probably be just you and me in a lobby,
Yeah,
but
little 1v1.
we'll see how long it takes for the game to realize that we're the only two online and to actually put us into a game. We might be here for a little bit. Who
Yeah, I
knows?
wouldn't be surprised if it's like 5 minutes. I'm trying to remember like what the algorithm is. I feel like it tries to get more than two people as
Ooh,
best as it can,
I
but
I might have a friend online who might be willing to join us. I convinced one
ooh,
of my friends to actually play the game a bit. He enjoyed it a lot, and I
nice.
just saw the Steam pop up saying that he's playing Across the Obelisk right now. So
Ah,
maybe I can real quick do a little bit of an influence campaign here to get him to queue up as well, so the queue will go faster. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Where is this son of a gun? How you been though, Gabriel? How's it been going in general? What you been up to lately? Ever
well,
since
I've been,
Hellfire has been, a little bit on the downwards trajectory.
yeah, yeah, I've just been trying to figure out what to do, I guess. I still do I've moved to every other day doing Monster Train.
Mm-hmm.
Um, didn't think I could sustain the daily videos just with, I guess, my time constraints lately,
Fair, fair,
but
fair.
yeah, um, been trying my own hand at game dev.
Ooh, I didn't know
Yeah,
you had any interest in game development at all, Gabriel. That's very interesting to hear.
yeah, and I don't really know where to go with it at the moment because I feel like I'm still just you know learning the ropes. Um, it's tough. It's tough. At some point, hopefully I'll have something tangible to like show, but I don't know how long that's gonna be.
So is this now I feel like I'm getting like a little bit of an exclusive scoop here. What have you revealed about this project at all so far, if anything?
It's one of those things where I'm sure. Oh, it looks like it
Oh yeah,
actually got us into the
we
game.
popped actually. Never mind. Yeah, let's hold on. Save that thought.
Uh,
Save that thought for a moment. It's been so long since I played this game. I don't remember how it works.
I know. I'm gonna go with just the dumb champ here. To
You got a good one?
uh, I got a demon one.
I've got a pretty good champ here. I got a pretty solid choice.
Ooh, what are
Oh,
you?
eyes. Okay, okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
We
got a
got a
little.
similar game plan, I think.
Yeah, little. Somewhat similar. Anyway.
Yeah.
So sorry. What were you saying about your thing?
Well, the tentative plan is I'm trying to make like an RPG that that kind of is mm, I don't want to say like RimWorld, but kind of like it's the idea is kind of like RimWorld if you had RPG characters and RPG town, but I'm finding as I build it, I don't know how sandboxy it's going to end up being. I think it's just one of those things that's going to evolve as I make it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, like a is it sort of like Colony Sim but with more story focus? Is that kind of what you're thinking of right now?
That's
Like,
pretty much the nail on the head. Yeah, it's like
okay.
I want you to have the freedom to build a town that's like fun and cool. But I also, if it's gonna be an RPG, in my eyes, it has to have an actual like plot, and that's where the conundrum is right now.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, it's probably gonna be. It's really just gonna, in my head, I don't really plan on like, uh, I guess, doing it with, you know, I kind of right now the plan is like solo dev, so I don't want it to be some project that lasts 7 years, right?
Hmm.
Like a
Yep.
lot of
Yep.
these
Uh
ones you
huh.
hear about. So like there's a lot of things I'm just considering right now. Like um, I've gone back and forth on like graphics. It's like, am I down to just use an asset pack, or do I really want to make 100% of this, um, you know, uh, original art?
I
Because
mean,
like
Gabriel, are you an artist? Like, I don't know. Do you feel like you have the capacity to create as a solo dev all of the art in your video game? That seems like a pretty, besides just designing, it seems like a pretty tough
I,
task.
it's it could be my own hubris talking. I feel like technically I do, but I know that I'm not quick with it.
Okay.
I can if the thing is it would be pixel art, which
Hmm.
the way at least the way I view pixel art, it's something that you don't really have to necessarily be having any how am I trying to put this? I think if you put the time in and are slow and meticulous with it, you can really be good at it without being necessarily a great artist, quote
Hmm.
unquote. Like I wouldn't consider myself a great artist, but I have created like I think decent pixel art when I really take the time to do it over and over again. Um,
So you're saying like you can
so
you can math it out basically.
right, right.
Interesting. I am a person who does not have like a creative bone in his entire body when it comes to like actually being able to draw. I call myself the thumbnail master, and I think that making a good thumbnail is graphic design and art are two different skills, I guess.
Right.
Graphic design is my passion, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know. Uh, I I I will say that what's it? Who's Undertale? Toby Fox guy, right?
I
Isn't that
yeah,
isn't
and I
that
can't
I
remember
I
what his
I I
yeah.
feel like I remember seeing that like it's not a 100% solo dev project, but he did most of it. But I think the one thing he didn't do like all of is the art for that game, and that's like a
Right.
like a pixel art game too. So even then, like I don't know.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I now
you
that
son
you
of a bitch, by the
mention
way.
I only found these demons just recently if it's any
It's
consolation.
it's not.
I'm trying
Um,
to remember if there was balance changes too that I have not played with. I don't think they'll affect anything that I'm going to use, but we'll see. Uh, sure, Death's Contract. But yeah, you mentioned Undertale. That kind of also is, I guess, on a related note. Um, what am I trying to say? Gosh, I'm so bad with words today.
spit it
Uh,
out. Come on.
oh, right. So I think even just like figuring out what, I guess, um, aspect ratio and whatnot is I haven't even really determined that yet because I could make it like a 16 by 16 tile set and make it more of kind of a, I guess, like chibi style art, and that's to me a lot easier to do if I'm gonna like. I find that to be not as time consuming. Like it is kind of weird the difference between like a 16 by 16 and like a 32 by 32. Just the massive difference, I think, and the work that would be required. And I think also it's like if I were to use a 16 by 16 tile set, I guess the implication there is that my sprites would also be 16 by 16 and kind of just fit into that sort of, almost like Final Fantasy 1 style art, right? Where it's just this little character that is kind of cute on the screen, but it gives a different feel, right, for the game as if I were to maybe
I mean, I'll say it sounds like you're making some weeb games now.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going more in the JRPG direction. Which, hey, there's great JRPGs out there, but
Yeah, no, I am definitely. I will say this. I've always been kind of inspired by that genre. Like when I make this game, it's definitely more inspired by JRPGs than like a CRPG, I would say. But, geez, my freaking lava toads are. These are the best lava toads I've ever made, by the way. Like this.
Oh, great,
first...
great. So cool.
Yeah. I'm sure you're thrilled to.
I'm having a great time.
See that. What is this? I feel like it's like riding a bike. Like
yeah, maybe if I immediately fell off and got a concussion. Yeah, same. I am floundering. Let's see.
What do you? I can tell you one thing. I'm building demons.
Oh, really? That's so interesting.
I feel like I'm being selfish in this conversation. I figure we could probably also talk about, I guess, HFT, because it honestly, it got me thinking a lot. Like, what does it take for a game like this to succeed? It seems like the cards are just so stacked against it, right? Like,
yeah.
Like, how do you make money when a game is free and you have server costs and you're not really... one thing I always liked about this game is it's just very I guess, like, scummy with how approached things.
You're dancing around the subject here. We can talk about it.
Right.
The main competitor to this game was Storybook Brawl, which was a game funded by NFTs, which is a very controversial thing nowadays.
Right.
So I get what you're saying there, and I agree that it was nice that there was a competitor to it that was fueled by just not that. And I don't know, you're a weird spot to be in, because when you are trying to compete with another game that is free to play, you're kind of forced to make your game free to play as well, right?
Right. Exactly.
So it's a weird genre to try to enter as far as game deving is concerned.
Right.
And I don't have a good I don't think anyone has a good answer for how you would compete with that, I guess. It is interesting though.
I think, by the way, Implord is bugged and it's not giving me any stats.
You think Implord? Okay, hey, I got a shot that it sounds like.
I don't think this Fire Slinger is doing so hot.
It sounds like I got a shot on this run. Yeah, I'm never playing this guy. Let's do that. Okay, cool. Anyway, so you're making a game, still playing Monster Train a bit. I will say, and I feel a little bit guilty about it, I'm kind of almost just not playing Monster Train at all. I think I made like maybe it was. I feel really bad about it too, because in the my 500th Monster Train episode thing, I was like, I'm having a lot of fun with Monster Train. I'm gonna keep playing it, and then I pretty much
Yeah.
like did 10 episodes and then stopped playing it. And I don't know. It's just it's a game where it can be a little annoying. I think we've all been there probably
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like just having some like a couple bad streaks. And then
Right.
that combined with the fact that at the time at least, and it still is doing better. 20 minutes till dawn was doing better for me. I was like, what if I just played this game only a little bit, just for a little while?
Right. Right. No, that's
And
that's
now I
totally
kind
understandable.
of don't ever want to go back to it. And
Yeah.
I feel
No.
I feel a little guilty about it because I don't know. There's people who will when I make a new video they will watch it and it's like these people who I recognize from when I played Monster Train and I'm like I bet these guys would rather me playing Monster Train than this. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like I almost had quit doing the Monster Train videos at one point. I think I did have like maybe like a 2 week gap there. Maybe not too long before you had kind of taken your kind of hiatus from it. It's tough because it's like for me, I don't know what more there is for me to do with it. You know what I mean? You probably have a similar.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like
thing,
I
right?
did 200. The only thing I haven't really done is like the what's it called? Shoot.
200 shard runs.
No, I didn't. I've done those.
Or-
I haven't done like the curse seed stuff. That
Oh, right.
I haven't like and I'm sure it would be fun to do for a bit. And for a bit, I mean like for maybe a week, and then I would lose my damn mind.
Yeah, they can get frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, they're by design. That's the point.
Right.
I don't mind that, but I just don't think. I think that market is already fulfilled. If that makes sense, people,
Right.
I don't think they, people need a third person doing that basically.
Right.
So I'm not that interested in that. Also, I do enjoy playing 20 minutes till dawn, but the problem with that game, I don't. Do you follow it at all? Really? I could rant for a while about 20 minutes
I
till
don't
dawn right
know.
now.
Yeah, I've honestly only ever seen it on your channel, so like
Mhm.
I've never actually played it myself, or really, followed much about it. But I'm always interested to hear in any sort
Yeah.
of meta or balance
So
conversations, even if I don't know a whole lot about the game.
lately, the developer, also solo game dev by the way,
Yeah.
has been doing generally like holiday updates. Like around like holidays, they'll do an update where it's like, oh, new character, maybe some new things, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And whenever they do these updates, the game gets like a surge in popularity, which is really cool.
Right.
And I like that. And it's been a little while because they didn't do one for Valentine's Day,
Uh,
and we're in a little bit of a drought here. And I don't want to, and it's still a fun game. There is kind of like this meta around like just trying to get like super high kill counts, which I enjoy doing. I
Yeah.
enjoy trying to like push the game to the limits of what can be done in that game.
right.
It is neat, but it's a little tedious. And it's a little stale now because I feel like I'm getting pretty close to what is reasonably possible without like getting super good RNG. And then in addition to all of that, the game, it's not like a incredibly buggy mess, but there's like a couple of very prominent bugs in the game that make it pretty annoying to play. There's in that most recent update, there was a rework to the summoning skills, which is like basically 1/3 of all builds in the game. There's a perk that just does nothing in the game since it's been released.
Yeah.
Like it literally just it says does this thing, does stone cold nothing, and it's very strange. Anyway,
Is it just like the developer meant for like some cryptic?
no,
thing that
it like
would
it
do,
says
or-
words that it's supposed to do, and it does not do the words it says it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it's just like they'll get around to it eventually, I'm sure. Also,
Yeah.
good draw by the way. Equally matched here. This is
Yeah.
definitely not getting away from me. I don't know. It's just frustrating to have like this thing that should work and it's just not working.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I feel you. So are you? Would you say you're probably like the top like content
I
creator
think
for that
I
game
I
right now?
think I'm the only person. Notable is not the right word for it, because that feels like too conceited. But probably the only person who is making consistent content for the game.
Yeah,
Whenever a new update rolls in, there's like a couple of big players in the survivors like genre who
yeah,
come by whenever there's like a new update.
right.
Um, but outside of those windows, I mean, not really anyone else is playing it,
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. It's kind of neat to be
kind of
like,
cool to be the guy, right?
yeah, but sure, I wouldn't hate there being one or two other guys so I could talk to them more about the game.
Right,
Wouldn't hurt.
right. Yeah, no, I get that.
Hmm.
Okay, this Implore definitely is not like actually working.
That's
I've
pretty funny.
confirmed it now. Like it's just like it has not scaled anything.
Is it like, can you see it like in the middle of fights doing the thing and nothing's happening? Like what's going on
It's not.
exactly?
It's like not even attempting to like do the animation or anything.
That's
And
pretty
like,
weird.
luckily I'm eyes. Otherwise I'd be way screwed right now.
Mm.
I've only scaled off of the red beast. At least is working. But yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, I'm doing some wild stuff in this game, and I think you're gonna crush me still, but I think I got a shot at making the comeback here.
We'll see. I don't know what I'm supposed to do late game now. Since I can't scale anything. But
You just get some of the demon riders, whatever their name is.
yeah, I'll just have to get that flat stat, I guess.
Hmm.
10-foot's going down, I know that.
Oh, Gabriel, another thing I wanted to ask you about. I've been asking everyone. Everyone's been telling me no, basically. Have you looked into Dark and Darker at all?
I haven't looked into it. I've been meaning to though. Like
It's my favorite game ever, honestly. Right now, or it's not even right now because it's not even in the
yeah.
playtest. But I enjoy the game very much. And I mean, did you play Escape from Tarkov at all?
No. Is it like what do you call that genre?
An extraction shooter is what I think
Right.
people would call the Tarkov genre. Although
Right.
there's varying degrees of,
Like PUBG or whatever.
well, PUBG's like a battle royale. That's like a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't really understand what Tarkov
Okay.
is.
So I'll give you
I've only
I'll give you the rundown real quick. So
I just assumed it was a battle royale.
it is not a battle royale.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say they're a pretty distinct and different genre.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna fucking I put my Grex in a bad order. This guy's not even gonna get a kill. This is big. Oh, he got a kill. Never mind. Actually, get bent.
My you know what though? I don't think the Grex scale on kill anymore.
No, come on, come on. Don't say that to me. No, they've
I
been
only
scaling.
noticed,
Don't tell me that.
it looks like we've both been.
I
just
haven't been
not
paying
scaling.
attention. I've been talking about these things. What the? Oh my god. At least Boots is still scaling them. But god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. I guess I'm taking a. Sure. I'll take a portal to the unknown.
Oh, you're gonna regret talking shit about my boots. You're about to be in big trouble, mister. Does that mean the Strongs aren't scaling either? No, they're scaling. They're scaling for sure.
I think just
they're
your
getting bigger,
your
yeah.
slay. I think your slay is not scaling.
It's so interesting. So does that mean that like Imp Lord is maybe kind of like secretly coded as like a slay effect? But it wasn't getting
Well,
like.
I think the Grek he legitimately removed the slay, but the imp I think is bugged, because I think the imp they tried to buff the imp by making it apply to non-demons, but now it just doesn't apply to anything. It just seems But I think the Grek, if I read, like, I'm reading the text. And
Yeah,
there's, like,
I am
no,
just reading it. It just is an assassin now. It doesn't have any scaling on it.
right.
What the hell? I gotta read the patch notes.
This is honestly the first time I played since the new patch.
This is crazy.
I mean, I think you can probably relate to me on this. It's like, it's tough to, like, dedicate playing a game if I know that there's not, like, an incentive to, like...
If it's gonna be gone soon, yes.
Right.
Fair, very fair, I would say.
Do I take another Hellfire cannon? I don't know. This Abomination isn't really working out. Maybe I will.
It's probably not scaling.
Yeah. Well, the Abomination technically is scaling. It's just it's dying before everything because it's the least health on my board. Yeah, I'll just take this other Hellfire cannon, I guess. How is 10-foot still alive?
He beat me like I think 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
Not like in a row, literally, but like the first round and second round I fought him. I think he might have won. He's a tough guy.
He's tough in the early. I mean, it's not easy.
Okay. Yeah, Dark and Darker, I would highly suggest it because I forgot extraction shooter, the genre in general. You got to explain that first.
Yeah.
So, Escape from Tarkov is not a battle royale. It's fair to call it a mill sim. So think of something along the lines of like Arma, where it's like
yeah.
it's like very realistic gun mechanics and like bullet physics and like things like that.
Right.
That's an element to the game, but instead of being in like an arena that's slowly shrinking, what happens is that you start off in like a part of a map. There's like a bunch of different maps. You start off in a part of the map, and your goal is to go into the game, it's kind of sandboxy in that you can kind of do whatever you want as far as like your objectives are concerned.
Yeah.
You go in, do whatever you're trying to do, and then there are specific extract points you have to make it to so you can leave the map afterwards.
I see.
That's like the loop of the game basically.
Right.
Yo, my kingdom for a stronk right now. Oh, I've done it. You're done for now. Oh, you're toast, by the way. It is actually over for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but it's toast.
Did you get like a bloodbath?
I might have gotten something like a bloodbath.
Although I wonder, I don't know if the bloodbath works anymore.
Oh, you shut up.
I think because you don't.
You shut the heck up. You shut up right now. You do not tell me that.
You might still beat me just because, I don't know. I don't really see this.
Okay, let's see it. Bloodbath, come on, don't let me down now. Ah! Ah, come on! Oh, this is... You rigged this.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't... Hey, you know what?
At least the Shadow Blade's working.
Yeah, at least Shadow Blade's working. That's fair. That's true. That's fair and true. Okay, well. Okay, well, I think you've got me on this one. This is gonna change. This is gonna change my my tier list quite a bit. I think. I'm gonna have to put Bloodbath in F tier now. Really sucked when they decided to make it so that way it doesn't do anything anymore. And then, you know. Okay.
Yeah, we need
you wanna
find a
run
state of the game tier list.
You want to run it back?
Yeah, I will run it back. I feel like this one shouldn't count. We didn't know what we're doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like I made a pretty strong and cohesive build here. In the end, and then the game said, "Wouldn't it be kind of like, you know, wouldn't it be kind of funny if the game said no?" So I don't know.
Basically, no Grek and no Imp Lord. I'll have to remember that one.
No Bloodbath. No Slay in general. It seems like Slay is not going to be working.
Right.
Anyway, back to Tarkov. So Tarkov,
Yeah.
Mill Sim with this element of it kind of being sandboxing, that you go in and you have like, you know, you can try to kill other players, you can try to kill AIs that are on the map, you can try there's quests you have to do, and the quest there's like a progression system where doing the quest unlocks new equipment you can buy in the shops and things like that. It's a very good gameplay loop. It's very engaging, and
Is it
there's like
round
a
based?
it's not round based, but like when you go into the game,
Yeah.
it's instanced, I guess. So like you go in and there's like
Oh.
you have 40 minutes in that map. It's an instant event, and then like
Okay.
there's anywhere from like depending on like the smallest maps, like 5 other players to as big as like I think like maybe 14 or 16 other players on the map.
Yeah.
And they can kill you. They can work with you. They not pretty recently, but in the grand scheme of the game existing, they recently added VoIP. So you can now actually they went a long time with you not being able to communicate. Now you actually can talk to other players in game.
Nice.
So there's like a lot going on there in that. You also read it up, by the way, just to clarify, right?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just wanted to make sure because I realized I read it up instantly, didn't say anything. But yeah, it's a really really good premise for a game.
Yeah.
However, I don't want to play that game because there's so much shit wrong with it. They've got like and a week ago, this would have been a pretty controversial thing to say probably, but over the last week, there's been like crazy stuff happening with the game of like this huge scandal with cheaters in the game. Everyone's kind of like always felt like, wow, that guy killing me felt like it was not very legit because the game has like a very quick time to kill. Like headshots are pretty much guaranteed insta kills.
Like Counter-Strike style.
Yeah, pretty much basically, right? So like you can like peek a corner and boom, headshot immediately, right?
Right.
So there's always like there's no replay system, so you can't like see what happened in a game. Like you can't spectate or anything like that. You can't tell.
Can't, like, report them and have
Yeah.
evidence.
So it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. If someone killing you was legitimate or if they were a hacker.
Right.
Oh, I got the best champion, by the way. Yeah.
I did just get. So you got. Oh, nice. You got a little. I don't know. You might be disappointed with the Implord, though.
Well, well, now I have. See, I'm coming in with the knowledge. I already have the knowledge that Implord is a worthless unit, so I'm going to avoid it.
Who knows? Maybe it was just that game. You might.
Oh yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe it was that one
it.
game. That one game. I should try it. You're right. But there's a huge cheater scandal because of a fairly medium-sized content creator for the game made a video where he made like a new account for the game. He went and he bought like a cheat thing. And it was like basically a cheat that gave him like X-ray vision through walls and stuff like that. So he bought a cheat and he had like some ground rules where it was like, I will not kill anyone using these cheats. I'm just gonna go into games and I'm gonna see if I can find other cheaters.
Yeah.
And are you familiar with like the friendly wiggle? It's like in a lot of like PvP games in a similar genre where because a lot of those games don't have like a VoIP system, or if they do have a VoIP, you can't use it from like it only has like a certain range, right? So what people would do sometimes they would wiggle, which is like kind of like the I guess the lean buttons. They would lean back and forth, and it was the friendly wiggle, right?
And is that supposed to basically signify I'm not going to shoot you or whatever?
Yes, and what he did was he used this cheat. And he would go into games, and through walls, he would wiggle at other players. And if they could see, if they could see each other through the walls, the person would wiggle back to him. So he was able to kind of like infiltrate the cheaters.
Right.
And I just did a big misplay. I'm gonna lose.
Really? What did you do?
Oh, never mind. It's a draw. I forgot. I have 2 anemonots, and I forgot to move them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're behind on their scaling. You fuck off.
Mistake.
By the way, fuck off, Greg. I'm seeing a Greg in my shop. I ain't trusting him again.
Yeah.
See, they had like there's a big video. Oh, I just took another end unit. I don't think he's gonna do anything. But I keep getting sidetracked. So a big video of this guy going into games, and his rough estimate was 60% of the lobbies he was in had cheaters in them. Not like it was like the whole people, everyone was cheating, but like, out of like the on average 12 players, one of them was cheating in like 60% of their games.
Wow. So this is definitely just widespread.
Yeah, it's a huge number of cheaters. It's like kind of wild.
Yeah.
And the devs for the game, I have for a long time disliked. They're kind of like just weird and like, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but there's like different versions of Escape from Tarkov, like, you know, sort of like Game of the Year edition, whatever, Super Edition, etc., stuff like that,
Oh.
like things
That's-
of that nature. And
Seems strange for, like,
some
a
of them,
multiplayer game.
some of them are like, it's kind of a meme, but like the most expensive version of the game is like $140 USD.
Hmm.
So like they're doing all this shit, and like their game is like like the high end version of it is like unbelievably expensive,
Yeah.
and they're like, I don't know, they've for a long time have rubbed me the wrong way,
Right. No, that makes sense.
and it's nice to see them kind of, you know, finally get their comeuppance there in that sense.
Yeah. Get some comeuppance.
I have one demon right now.
I have a bunch for some reason.
Hey, can I? You want? Yeah, you should. Your boss, Rati. You should maybe consider selling some of those for the buff, don't you think?
I might
You should
sell
maybe
them.
consider selling some of them.
I will say one was a promotion, so
Interesting.
I think it actually still puts it back into the pool though. So it actually
Mm-hmm.
makes like more of them in the pool.
Good.
Is this shark still good?
Is what shark still good?
The Dolish? I feel like maybe it isn't.
Oh well, you know,
I know it
we'll
was
find out.
Oh, you got one too.
Yeah.
There we go. Great minds think alike.
Why do you have more demons than me? Okay. I see how it goes. Are we drawn? Oh, we're drawn, baby.
Good drawn.
Oh man. Anyway, so long story short, Tarkov is like this really. It was like a big innovator in this genre. I'm sure there's other games that
Right.
kind of like had similar elements to it before, but Tarkov was like the first big game to really tie all this together into one sort of cohesive thing.
Yeah.
And I just promoted into a guardsman. Sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's weird and strange that they're
So you
kind
did the
of like.
same promotion I did.
Oh, really? That's kind of funny. Anyway, all this being said, Dark and Darker is basically a similar style game in that there's like this extraction element where you go in and you're trying to escape from the dungeon.
Yeah.
But instead of it being an FPS game, it's like I don't know what the name for it exactly is. You know, like Chivalry.
Chivalry, is that kind of like the online Mountain Blade?
Maybe it's like a sword fighting game. Does that sound correct?
Right. Yeah, like first person sword fight, right?
Yeah, it's that. I've never played Mountain Blade, so I'm not 100% certain.
You
But,
should give that one a try sometime.
Yeah,
That's,
it's a game I hear all the time. It's like, oh, it's definitely good, but like I'm never gonna play it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but you know, that is what it is.
that's fair. That's fair.
But this game, Dark and Darker, is like that combat style, I guess, but
Yeah.
in that type of like that extraction looter type of game, and it's like you know, it's a lot of games have tried to copy the like Escape from Tarkov formula.
Yeah.
And some of them have succeeded and some of them have not succeeded. And this game is looking to be the like biggest success of a game that is like sort of copying that formula.
Let's see. So Dark and Darker is it, so it's a FPS.
Well, it's not a shooter though, but it is an
Oh.
FP slasher. I guess FPS then, I don't know. But it's like a I mean, I guess there are like bows which are kind of like guns.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
it's
call it an FPS,
medieval,
I
though.
guess. It is medieval.
Yeah. Okay. And I think I kind of get what I think the sense is, based on that description.
It's also good. It's a very good game.
That is
What
definitely
is-
this is one of the more important aspects, I would say, of a game.
But you should maybe look into it for the next playtest because there's like you can have a party of up to 3 people, and I
Yeah.
do need people to play with.
All right.
You should take a peek at it.
Yeah.
And I will say,
Yeah.
I know we are content creators, we are driven by success, and like we crave big numbers because they make us feel good and stuff like that. Dark and Darker, kind of a numbers machine.
Nice, nice.
Kind of a numbers machine. If you make a good video, good chance it does well.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking for the next thing, right?
You will have to wait until April because that's the next playtest. But
Yeah. But I could,
just think about it.
yeah, I got research. Make sure I'm not coming in as like a fresh noob.
Yeah.
This malarkey has a freaking rat build, by the way.
Oh, really?
Like a full-on rat build. I think he's
Hey.
gonna die pretty soon, though.
Yeah, you don't say. Okay.
Oh, how do I don't even remember, like... I did say it was like riding a bike, but honestly, I don't remember what was... everything that was all that good.
Hmm.
I go like this, maybe.
Hey, Red Beast was working still, right? In regards to like getting the
Beast,
bonus.
Yeah, Red Beast was working.
Okay, good. Glad to hear.
At least something works.
Hmm. Very cool. Oh, I'm winning. What the heck? How'd that happen? That's crazy. Hmm.
Did you ever upgrade your shark?
No.
I got an unupgraded one, and it's doing all right.
Is it scaling though? That's an important question.
It's just scaling a little bit. It is working. The scaling is working at least.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Uh,
I think I just saw my Imp Lord give someone a buff.
really?
Is it gonna go away at the end of the turn?
I don't know if it
Were
works.
you not seeing the number increase at all, like ever?
Yeah, I didn't see the number increase
Mine
at all.
was my imp. Mine's an upgraded Imp Lord. Did you maybe not upgrade it? Because maybe the upgraded ones work and the unupgraded don't.
Yeah, I never did upgrade it, so maybe that
Ooh.
could be the difference.
That could be it. That could be the secret sauce all along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silverbeak bot.
Oh, I'm dumb. I should have taken that the bomb.
Hmm.
I'm actually a fool. Oh well, I'll just take another fire slinger instead. Okay. This time, Gabriot, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I think you are. I'm not doing so hot this time around.
Were you trying to like pivot into rats and then you realized the Malarkey had all of them? Like,
Not really. I honestly, I have a mounted build, and I'm remembering that they kind of suck.
they're like okay with like the mounted characters.
Yeah. I mean, luckily, I do think Bosferatu is pretty busted, so like I'll probably just get carried by the fact that I'm Bosferatu, but yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
see.
Eyes is also kind of a little bit busted.
Yeah, I guess if your Imp Lord is working,
He is working. He's
Okay.
He's working. He's working something fierce right now.
Nice.
So something I've been asking a lot of people lately, just because it's been really funny to see random people's reactions to it, is how they felt about the Super Bowl, or specifically the halftime show, specifically the halftime show.
Halftime.
So,
You
Gabriel,
know-
how did you feel about it?
It was all right. Here's my thought.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge fan of I guess pop music. So like they're kind of indistinguishable to me. To me, I'm like, yeah, they're pretty clearly lip syncing, but they all do anyway. Like,
I'm
it didn't
not
s-
convinced about this. I've heard this allegation before, and I'm not like a
Yeah.
Rihanna stan, but there were
Yeah.
times in the performance where you could see her like pull the mic away from you, and it got a little bit quieter. I think there was a very loud backing track, and then and she was singing over it basically, and it was
Right.
more or less the same. But I think she was singing during the performance. Not that it matters
Yeah.
that much.
I mean, there's probably points where that's true. I think for sure on some points it was lip sync, but like I'm also like it's not like unique to Rihanna that that would be happening. I mean, you can look back at Michael Jackson. He's lip syncing almost every performance, like, and he's like very well respected and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I guess it's just I've never been like that into the whole dance aspect. Like, I know it's like sacrilegious to say, but I'm honestly not that big of a fan of Michael Jackson as well. So,
I am in my music tier list. I put like pop music probably in like the B tier.
yeah,
Where I like every now and then I hear like a pop song, I'm like, oh wow, I really like this. But most of the time it's just like, whatever. I don't care too much.
right.
And Michael Jackson is not in my list of like, oh wow, I really care about this artist. So I
Yeah,
get what you're saying there. I will say though, Rihanna didn't really have any dance moves too much during her performance.
right. Which I think maybe that's what made some people angry. Like, to me, I was like, yeah, whatever.
hmm I thought the performance was just pretty mid in general.
Yeah, I would
Um,
say it was mid.
and I think my thought at least behind it was that I feel like Rihanna is not the best Super Bowl artist because her catalog is not very high energy. The Super Bowl performance is supposed to be more of like a high energy thing, right? It's like these dudes giving each other brain damage 24/7.
Right,
It's supposed to be
right.
like the halftime show is supposed to be like very exciting. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, and to be fair, I would say in general I like rock music better than like pop music, but like technically rock, yeah, the rock bands that have done Super Bowl performances are even more of kind of a fraud, I guess, because they literally are not allowed to plug their instruments in and have them be live. They're like 100% of the time they're always backing tracks. And I think like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, when they did it, even like
Mhm.
admitted to that.
That
So
is
it was like,
pretty weird.
yeah.
You
So
know what I hate about the Super Bowl?
uh,
Did you see last year's performance where it was like Dr. Dre and like all these people
I
he's like
remember
worked
that.
with?
Yeah, the rappers, it was like all the old school rappers, and then Kendrick Lamar randomly. Did I lose you? I think I lost you, Cranberry. Either that or my internet just decided to go out.
Hello? Hello? No, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. Hello.
Oh, okay.
I
Did you
unplugged the mic
bump your
again.
mic again?
I bumped it again. I'm sorry. Oh,
Coming here for my turn.
I gotta use my shop. Hold on. I gotta use my shop. One moment, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, there we go. I did a terrible job in the shop, but whatever. Um,
I didn't even get to do my shop. That
I'm
was.
sorry. Oh, that's just a tactical sabotage then, right there.
I see what you're
Um,
doing there.
Shoot, what was I gonna say now? So Dr. Dre's show, I liked
Yeah,
it a lot, but I did not like, and I thought it was lame. But whatever, it's Super Bowl, I get it. They're trying to ride the line here. They're playing both sides, so that way they always win.
right,
There's a specific line in Kendrick Lamar's section of the performance where they say they hate the popo, right?
right,
I think it's specifically, and we hate the popo. Want to kill us dead in the streets for sure, right? That's the line.
right.
And they censored. I don't know if he said it and they censored it out in the performance or if he censored himself, right? But they censored him saying popo.
Oh,
I'm just like, I get it. Like it's like maybe a little too risque for the Super Bowl or whatever, but like
right.
he's not like swearing.
Yeah,
He's not saying an obscenity that can't be broadcast live on TV. I think it was a
right.
little bit of a bitch move by the Super Bowl.
That is pretty much a bitch move.
But yeah. Um
It's just weird everything that I just censorship is not consistent at all in anything I've noticed. It's like
okay, hold on, Gabriel, you're gonna get us in trouble with
a can of worms. So
yeah. I don't know. I feel like like there's obviously times where censorship is fine.
right, right.
Like we I don't know. I'm not getting canceled today. You can't get me today, Gabriel. Also,
Yeah,
apparently
no,
you are getting me today though right now. God damn you.
yeah. I'm still don't know. Did your implord actually?
My
I
import
didn't.
he's been scaling. I've been watching. He's been scaling.
Okay, okay.
He's been doing it, trust me.
Oh, headhunters back in the game.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that they put that dog back in. Although what's his
Shit.
name? The other poison guys aren't back in either though.
Hmm.
Just unfortunate.
I feel like my build could use this guy. Forehead? Question mark.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'll try him. This might be a mistake. All right, I'm going in on it.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Finally, he's here. Okay. My guy is finally here with me. Yeah, I don't know. I forget what we're talking about.
Super Bowl performances.
Yeah, Super Bowl performances. I think we're talking about Elon Musk a little bit, probably.
Yeah, somewhere. Subconsciously, we were actually
Yeah.
talking about
And
his fall from grace.
yeah, I've been my go-to if I'm ever doing like a live stream and I see a random like person.
Yeah.
I asked them about the Super Bowl and I've gotten some pretty interesting responses, some pretty unhinged stuff from people.
Yeah.
I
can't think of any Super Bowl performance where I was like, man, that was so good. You know, like, I don't know. They don't do much for me.
I'm trying to think of one right now, but I also don't care that much about it in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Even the I did like the Dr. Dre one in general. But
yeah, that was probably the best one I've seen. Like, but even it was like, it's okay. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I've been to like Kendrick Lamar concert. I feel like your general Kendrick Lamar concert's just better.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, but yeah.
I have not been to any hip hop artist's live show, which is a shame because it's probably, at least over the last like 5 years, it's probably my most listened to genre of music. But it's just too expensive. I'm a big like and this is a little embarrassing to say, so don't be too mean to me here. But I am a considerably big ska fan. Okay.
Oh, no, I'm down with that.
Okay, glad. It's not, the internet's not necessarily a safe place to say that, okay?
Well, I think for whatever, I don't know why, but when I was growing up, it was like pretty big for just people to be in ska bands in my town or whatever.
That is interesting. I don't think that's normal.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think that much was normal about where I grew up.
but the reason why I'm saying this though is that a lot of like ska bands, when they do live shows, like ticket prices are like usually like $20 max, which is really nice, and they do like usually really good live performances. I saw probably my favorite show ever, and I unfortunately I got to it late, so I missed the opening act, which was really good too. But probably one of my favorite performances ever was are you familiar with Goldfinger, the band who does Superman?
Yeah,
the Tony Hawk song.
Oh yeah, Tony Hawk.
I saw them.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Everything I can.
I saw them live, and it was the lead singer's birthday, and the lead singer's wife came out, and as a gag, they had a stripper come out as well during the live show, and the stripper brought a cake, and like it was a pretty tame lap dance because it was like a live show, but the stripper gave him like a fairly tame lap dance in the middle of their show, which was like insane.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? I'm just playing spells, man.
Yeah, I think I don't know how I'm gonna beat you. I think you got me here.
I might scale you a little bit, but I don't know. It's gonna be close. I think either way. Your headhunter is pretty spooky.
It definitely is scaling your.
Yeah, he's buffing him. You see it? Mine's working.
Yeah.
You should try to get Bloodbath and see if it works, even though you only have like do you have any end units?
No. I was offered it literally right after I sold my shark.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
It is. I'm gonna need something quick. I think I'm dead to you in one more round.
God, that is pretty funny that it's working for me and not for you.
Maybe it was the upgrade. I don't know.
Could be.
Because I remember like reading like briefly that it was bugged, but maybe it is just the unupgraded version doesn't work. I don't know why I'm using this fanatic. This is like one of those units that unanimously always failed me.
I've had a couple of times where listen, I said it in the tier list video that we made. I'm a big Eyes fan.
Yeah.
Well, not Eyes fan. What's his name? Shoot. All Seeing, not Eyes. I'm a big All Seeing
right.
fan. I love the big Cthulhu monster, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And that unit, the Fanatic, was my downfall many a times. So there is that. But I'm not gonna do that this game. I don't think. I think it's a little too late for a pivot here.
Yeah, I'm trying to scrounge something together, but I don't know what to do at this point.
Listen, sometimes this is how it goes.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take the L.
And you're mounting a good defense here. I feel like I don't know. I might not have this.
We'll see. Maybe the Shambler gets. No, I can't kill.
Unfortunately,
maybe,
no.
Maybe if a Shambler could kill, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that was a rough break point.
Yeah. Yeah, Red Beast living with 1 HP there is very unfortunate. Although I don't know if it matters, but maybe.
It might. I think I still survive here.
Wow, yeah, it's a draw. Look at that.
Oh wow!
And it would have been a win for you, I think, if I didn't have him.
I don't know how I drew you there. I'll be honest. That seemed like I was down by like 100 stats, and then I just randomly tied you.
You're doing great.
Yeah. I guess it's just the Nosferatu damage.
Oh, I've got this dang old Hellfire Knight that I haven't been using. What am I doing? Well, let's get this guy in the mix here. Do something like that, I think, right now. Oh, let's... I think that's fine for now. I don't know. World Eater, that's his name. I just saw him in the shop.
Ooh. Okay, it might. If I can survive this round, maybe I can make a comeback. I just saw something. But I'm not gonna say.
You're almost certainly gonna survive the round.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I think it depends on what your Babam hits.
Oh, my Babam? Interesting. Interesting, my
Babam. There's some good stuff that could happen to me.
Interesting, my Babam, you say?
Oh, okay. I see. I read you. I read you. Those are some big boys.
Yep. We'll see if your Babam. Oh, your Babam. You've run out of things actually for your Babam to kill. Actually, never mind.
Yeah. Oh. I think I needed him to survive. I might be dead here.
You're not gonna kill anything else. I don't think. That's probably for sure. But hold on. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, it is exact lethal. Yeah.
Oh, exact lethal.
Okay. Well, Gabriot. One win for each of us. I think we can both agree we are equally skilled in this game, and that will go down in the history books.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was.
You know, I think we're the top 2 in the leaderboard right now.
Oh, really? Yo, we're tied. We're tied.
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't understand the sorting on it. To be honest, I never understood.
I assume it's
what it's sorted by.
Actually, I see no rhyme or reason. Because I was gonna say maybe it's in order of who got the wins first, but you won the first game, so that would make more sense for you to be ahead of me.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Then we would be ahead of these other 3.
It's not alphabetical.
Yeah, not alphabetical.
Maybe. My theory. Based on time of account creation. You created your account before me. I created my account before these 3, and then these 3. Who cares? It's in the order.
That's a safe bet. That's probably what it is.
That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense here.
Yeah.
but who knows? Maybe it's random.
Yeah.
Could just be entirely random. Who knows?
I noticed I usually would lose whenever I was tied with somebody, so it could be age of account.
That's my theory. Either way, you, me, and those 3 technically tied for the best.
Yeah. Unstoppable.
Unstoppable, except for debilitating Imp Lord bug.
Right.
that did not happen for me. Anyway, Gabriot, thank you for playing the game with me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a fun
Thanks.
time,
That was fun. It still is fun. I mean, it's too bad, It's like I really do think it was like the best game in the genre, but
I never played Hearthstone Battlegrounds, so I feel like it's not fair for me to say that because it's like an important game in the genre as well. I think, but I liked
I
it more than Storybook Brawl. I think that
yeah,
because I did try playing that game a little bit, didn't like it that much. And
yeah,
this game just felt better for me to play, so I don't know. And it didn't hurt that again it was not funded by
right.
Sam
Wasn't
Bankman-Fried.
scummy. Yeah,
You know.
yeah. It's tough because it's like
Hey! The game outlasted FTX.
it did actually, yeah. Which is too bad because maybe it would have, if it could have hung on for a little bit more, maybe it could have picked up
Yeah,
off
maybe
the
Storybook Brawl would
eventual.
have some sort of cataclysmic failure at some point, and then Hellfire
Right,
Tactics swoops in. But I mean, even then, I think the game is still going well. Like I don't think the
right,
FTX collapse really affected it too much as far as player base. And I imagine
right,
just once that the dust settles on that, either another company will acquire it, or I don't know, maybe they'll just be able to do whatever they want. I don't know how finance works, so
right,
we'll see
right.
about that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the recording now. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up here, Gabriel?
Uh, no, I think it was a fun time playing the game. We had a lot of good matches when it was alive.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think I did a stream of it one time, or maybe I was just recording on my own, or maybe I was just playing it on my own. But I had like I actually know I was playing it on my own because I remember I was watching Voyix's stream when it happened. I had like a 4-game streak of me just losing to you, and just screaming at my computer, just absolutely screaming at it because it was like, it was messed
I
up.
think, I think I remember that. I think you were gonna ban me from Voix's stream that day.
Mm-hmm. Probably did. Realistically, probably did. Anyway, yeah, I had a fun time with the game, and who knows, crazier things have happened. Maybe it'll, in some way, shape, or form, will come back. Probably not, but it was cool.
Right, right. Yeah, at least maybe people, can evolve if they make like a game inspired by it, because this is inspired by other games too. Maybe it can
Mhm.
just continue to at least evolve, so it has like a spiritual successor. I don't know.
There,
It's like
there
it
was,
just has to financially make sense though.
mhm. There was a game that I tried playing called Icons Combat Arena, which was supposed to be this sort of like Smash clone.
Hmm. Oh,
That borrowed a lot from like Melee. Some of the I've talked about it a decent bit on my channel because it's a game that I love. Project M, which is a mod of Brawl. Um,
yeah.
some of the
I
developers
know
from
Project
that
M.
team, some of the
Yeah.
developers from the Project M team went on to help make Icons Combat Arena, and that game was ass. It was so damn bad, and it was unfortunate. And that game got like asset flipped like 2 or 3 times. I think, and I think it does exist. It has like I think it's called Rushdown Revolt now. Like a lot of the assets were used for that game instead. So
Try
maybe you'll see this game, but it'll be like I don't know, just a TCG next. Who knows?
I played. It wasn't the one you're saying, but I have some. Oh, Rivals of Aether. That's the one I
Oh,
played.
Rivals is sick. I love Rivals.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, you want to
I
play some
feel like
Rivals?
we could. I'll get my ass kicked. I would play. Yeah,
Maybe. We'll see. Anyway,
yeah,
goodbye. Thanks for watching. Yada
yeah,
yada.
yeah.
Have a good one.
Thanks. Have a good one,
Uh,
Cranberry.
subscribe to Gabriot's channel too, because I don't think I think he did it before we recorded. You haven't been recording this, so you don't go over there and
Right.
do a subscription.
Yeah, and subscribe to Cranberry's.
Don't try to do that. I'm ending the
Do it
video.
twice.